Welcome. This is our career services session for business economics and data analytics along with STEM. And we have a few people from career services joining us today. We have Sharon Solinsky. I'm sorry if I killed your last name.
Fine. No.
Danielle McCalla and Emily Hager. And you guys want to take it away?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for the introductions and thank you for allowing us to be a part of today's Pathway events. We're always excited to be, partner with you all just to let students know about the various ways that we can support them in their academic journey, as well as even after they graduate, because we also support our alumni once they graduate. So we want students to know we're here for them all throughout the way. But yeah, just to give some brief introductions to ourselves and what we do in our department, we can do that today, and I can start off. As you mentioned, my name is Danielle McCalla. I'm part of CCRI's Career Services. I'm a career placement officer, and I work with students on interview skills, resume writing, if they need assistance with applying for internships, and much more. And definitely, I love what I do, my job, and I have a supportive and awesome team. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Sharon Solinsky. I'm the Assistant Director of Career Counseling here at Career Services. And basically what I do is assist students to make well-informed career decisions and also researching various careers. So if you are looking, especially the big question, if I major in this, what kind of careers or occupations could I have after this? I can help you answer those questions.
Awesome. Thank you. And then we also have our awesome intern, Emily Haggett, here as well. Emily, if you want to just say hi.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to say anything else besides hello, but
yeah, no, you can tell them what school you go to, your major, and then how you support our department.
Yeah, so I'm a graduate at or in the graduate program at URI, so University of Rhode Island, and I'm kind of just supporting the career service office right now by being their intern, so shadowing lots of opportunities like this today. So yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Emily. Thanks, Sharon. All right, and today we're going to share with you a presentation that we put together to give you a brief overview of our department, again, how we can support you, and different things to look forward to as well, in terms of also resources that we have to share with you. Oh, before I share, I just want to make sure I have it pulled up first. Okay. Okay. Can you all see the presentation where it says CCRI Career Services at the top? Yes, awesome. Thank you. Okay, so as mentioned, we are the Career Services Department. We fall under the Division of Workforce Partnerships. In our department, one way to connect with us or to learn more about what we do even after today, please check out our website, which is ccri.edu/career services. This is just a picture of our web page, so you know what to expect when you go there. It gives a little brief overview of our department, how we can support you. And on the right-hand side are various ways in which kind of that breakdown to provide you the resources that you need from our department. And just so that you know too, various ways that we're supporting students right now is through virtual one-on-one appointments, whether it be through Zoom or through WebEx. So if you have any questions about resume writing, if you want to explore different careers under your major or need help making a well-informed career decision, that's what our office is for. Okay, so again, we mentioned that we have several resources within our department. We actually have career development resources, as well as job and internships resources and tools as well. We have 2 online career assessments, and they're both there to assist you with making well-informed career decisions. Now, both of these assessments are self-paced, and they're something that you can take on your own. They also provide immediate results. So as you take these career tests, there is interpretation at the end to kind of give you a breakdown of where you can go within my majors, which we recommend for first-year students. For Type Focus, it's a little more comprehensive for those who are either coming back to CCRI and want a little more in-depth view of different careers. But what's great about My Majors too is that it links up with different schools that may be associated. Like, for example, if you're in wanting to go to URI or RIC, it will show you different majors at URI that are affiliated with CCRI. And Sharon, you might be able to explain that a little bit better than I did, so please feel free to jump in too.
Oh, you did a great job. The thing about My Majors, it will help you. So on your results, you're going to see 8 to 10 majors that represent a best fit for you, based on how you answered the assessment questions. And it also connects you to the different pathways here at CCRI.
Thanks, Sharon.
Sure.
And in addition, we also have, after you've done the assessment and you've got an idea of what types of careers that you're interested in, the next step is to go ahead to do some research. So you can either take that step of the research with our team, or both My Majors and Type Focus have their own internal resources where you can click to see what types of careers they are, and it will give you an overview of the salary for the position, what it's like day-to-day to work in a specific position. Maybe what does the labor market look like? Is it a great outlook in terms of, is this a growing career or industry? And so much more information you can find on here as well. But we encourage you all to at least start with your career development process, do the assessments if you have any questions about where you want to go, do the research portion. If you need us, you can schedule an appointment with us through Starfish, or you can email us and we'll ensure that we provide our contact information towards the end. And then another way that we support you all as well is through jobs and internships. So typically the first step with applying for a position is preparing your resume and or cover letter. So we have a tool that we use as part of career services called resume.com. And you can use this as a resource to get started in building your first resume. Or if you have a resume and just want to rework it, resume.com is a great resource. In addition, we have Handshake, which is our job and internship portal. It's somewhat fairly new to the college, but we're encouraging all students and alumni to go on Handshake, create an account so you can begin exploring for jobs, internships, full-time, part-time. And in addition, once you start applying for those jobs and internships, typically the next step is your interviews process. So make sure that you prepare for your interview, either by connecting with our office. We can do a mock interview with you, or we have a resource called CCRI Big Interview, which is great. As we know, we're all going towards a virtual direction in terms of interviewing. So Big Interview will allow you to practice virtually answering certain questions. So for example, we'll give you a library of videos to watch to see how to be successful on an interview. You watch those videos and then someone will ask you a question and then the screen will record your answer. So you have an opportunity to practice on camera and see what you look like on camera. So that's another great resource. Yes, and I will pass it over to Sharon.
Thank you, Danielle. So as Danielle mentioned, what the first step in career services is something we call career development. You could also call it finding your best fit, what major is right for me. And it's basically a 3-step process. I put it into this pyramid to demonstrate a couple of things. Number one, that is 3 steps, that each step builds upon the next step. And I do want to point out that these are lifelong skills that you can learn now and can utilize anytime in the future after you've graduated, if you're changing positions, if you're changing companies, if you're changing industries, or even careers altogether. The first step is called self-assessment, and that is just getting to know yourself better professionally in terms of these 4 components that we call our VIPs: our work values, our interests, our personality, and our skills. So doing a self-assessment such as Type Focus or My Majors will do a couple of things. There's a few benefits to taking that. The first is that you get to know yourself better, and by doing that, you're going to be automatically be able to recognize opportunities, careers, and occupations that would be a pretty good fit for you because you're already starting with the self-knowledge as your foundation, as your basis. The other thing that it will do is give you the language to talk professionally about yourself to employers on a resume, in an interview, how to write your LinkedIn profile. So for example, when interview asks you what are your strengths, doing the self-assessment, you already have the answer because you have done this self-assessment. And once so self-assessment is about knowing yourself. The next big part of any career decision is knowing, okay, well, what are my options? And that's exploration. All different ways to do exploration. We have websites on our career services website. I am a little bit of a career nerd. I have a ton of websites in my head and in my back pocket, of course, also shared on our website. Taking classes is a great way to explore, and doing internships, working with Danielle, David, and Tifany, and jobs and internships, even volunteering. So that's all part of exploration. I will say that most students spend the most amount of time of these 3 steps probably in exploration, because the more you explore, the more you're going to be able to find out if that's a right fit for you. I hear from students, well, how am I supposed to know what to pick if I've never tried it before? So there's all different ways to try. Some are minimal investment of time, some are a little bit more, but that's all up to you. And so the more you explore, the easier it is for you to decide. And I could probably spend a half hour on each of these steps, but what I'll say about when you're ready to make a career decision, you want to make sure that you have all the information that you need to make a decision, and making sure that that information is accurate.
Thanks, Sharon.
Yes. Okay. So let me take you to one of the sites that I really like here. It's called What Can I Do with This Major?
And Sharon, did you want to share, or you want me to pull it up?
Can I do it, or whatever is easier, so I could just tell you?
Yeah, I'll let you share if you have it up. If not,
I have it up already this time.
Okay.
Well, I did. Hold on a second.
No worries. Take your time.
Let me just pull it up. I had it up. Oh, it's right here. All right, I did have it up. So even sometimes after a year of Zooming, right? We are, okay. And why isn't it come? Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. So this is a website called What Can I Do with Your Major? There are a lot of varieties of this, and a lot of the other ones are per a particular school. I usually take students through this one. It's through University of Tennessee Career Services, because this is the group who actually came up with this a long time ago, and so many college career centers use this. So you just navigate down here under Explore. That's what we're on right now, and it's the very first link right here. What can I do with this major? And what this website does, it actually answers the big question: if I major in science, biology, chemistry, business analytics, what could I do with that major? And so you just can click on View All Majors. And then when you're navigating this site, I would, so we could look at any one. Let's take a look at general business. General business would be called business studies in here. And when you're navigating this, I recommend just clicking on print version, because it's going to give you this nice 3 columns right here. And so for every single major here, it basically answers the question, what could I do with this major? So when we're looking at general business, which is very broad, the first column is areas. So it's kind of like chunking out the different parts of this major you could go into. You could go into management. You could go into sales. You could go into insurance. You could go into banking. You could go into real estate. You could go into human resources. And then there's general information at the end, which is very, very helpful. So these are all your options. And again, once you know your values, your interests, personality, skills, you want to know, great, what are all the opportunities available to me? The second column is these are all the types of employers that you could work for, so that's helpful to know. And then the third column, these are strategies that you can do right now. So these are not strategies that you can take action on after you graduate. They're for you to do right now to make you more marketable to employers once you graduate. So for example, if we're looking at management, it's good to know, right? Be prepared to start in entry-level types of positions. Many of these majors recommended the strategy is to do an internship, to volunteer, to get to know people in the field. So there's so much there, but this is a terrific, terrific website. So I'm going to stop sharing there, and later if we have any questions, I can go back on that. So I'm going to stop sharing and then go back to Danielle.
Thanks, Sharon, for showing my majors. I don't know if I've told you this, Sharon, but I use my majors when I was going into URI. And for me, it was helpful because, like you said, it gives you those actionable steps
Yeah.
to at least get started into the field, because you have to break in some way. So that was a really helpful resource. So I always encourage students when I work with them, check out this website just so you can see what your options are, because you're not limited. Even, there's options for you to go even beyond what's on the list and more, depending on where you decide to go. But it's a great start. And for me, it helped lead me into career services. So
Yeah.
yes, thank you. All right. And we also, in terms of some more resources, as mentioned earlier, we spoke about Handshake, which is our virtual, well, it's a platform for you to explore different jobs, internships. It also can host virtual job fairs, so it's multidimensional. The first thing we want to encourage all students to do is to first and foremost sign up and create an account. These positions are specific to CCRI students. These employers are excited to and want to hire students just like you. So it's important, if you need assistance with getting started, to at least take this first step in creating the account. And then from there, once you create the account, to begin exploring to see what's there and applicable to your major. So the first step is going to ccri.joinhandshake.com. It will pre-populate the word login, and I can show you all what that looks like in a moment. Initially, when you go to this page, it's going to show you this login information right here. It will ask for your CCRI username, but there's an option where it says sign up, and I'll show you what that looks like. And then once you actually create the profile, it will take you to the dashboard, which is the home page of Handshake, which will look similar to this, which I can show you. Okay, so when we go to ccri.joinhandshake.com/login, you can click on where it says sign up here if you don't already have an account. If you do have an account, you can simply log in with your CCRI credentials, meaning your username and your password. And I'll show you what it looks like from my end when I log in, just so you have a perspective on what that looks like. Because I mentioned when you create the account and your password and you complete everything on your end, it will take you to the dashboard, which looks just like this. So this is Handshake's main page here. Now there's a few places for you to explore as students. We have a jobs tab here up at the top. We also have it here, as well as employers. If you wanted to see who's within Handshake, if you're interested in, say, CVS or Raytheon, different companies are in here. If you wanted to see different students who are on Handshake or alumni to see what they're up to, you can go in this option here, explore different career paths, and much, much more. I would say for a lot of you getting started, definitely check out the jobs page. And I was wondering if we had any students here today that we can ask, what is your major? And we can explore a few majors just to see, like, for example, if you're in economics, we can explore some economic careers here on this page. But did we have any students in here?
Yeah. My name's Antona.
Hi, Antona.
Hi.
Hello. I'm a computer science major.
Okay, awesome. Now, Antona, do you have a Handshake account, or is this brand new to you?
No, I have one.
You do? Okay. So when you sign into the page here, and you said you were information technology or computer science major at CCRI?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, so typically with any job board, we always recommend and think about keywords that might be applicable to your field. So for you, some things that might stand out in my mind are like a keyword like information technology. Ooh, information. Just to see what comes up in terms of careers listed already on Handshake. And one thing that I always recommend too, because you don't want to have to travel too far, is sorted by location. So for example, you put in where you're located. I'm going to put Providence, Rhode Island, which is not too far from where I live. And let's say I only want to travel like 15 miles or so. Oops, if I can get it at 15. And this should show me all the positions And some of them are information technology, some of them vary, but it still gives you that hands-on technical background. So this one says technical development program engineer. So that one's maybe not necessarily what you're looking for, but this one says IT support technician. This may be a potential route that you want to look at. So for example, if you wanted to explore, Dorcas is a great institution. One of my best friends works there. But if you click on the name of the position, you can read a little bit about the position. You can see who's hiring. It will also show you what the deadline is to apply. And it's actually in a few days, but again, Handshake is always replenishing and adding in new jobs literally every day. So you would just look at these important dates. There's an option to apply. So you can choose, they're asking you specifically for a resume as well as a cover letter, which again, our team can support you with if you need assistance with building any of these. So make sure if whatever they ask for that you upload it and submit the application for everything that they ask for. Do your due diligence and give them exactly what they're asking for. Definitely read through the roles to see, learn a little bit about the company, about what they're asking for in terms of the job description. And just a few things to keep in mind too is any of these words or any of these requirements that they're asking for that you have experience in, if it says Microsoft Suite, make sure that's also demonstrated within your resume. Try to tailor your resume specific to this position as much as you can. But this is one position, for example. Let's see if we can find some others in technology. And I might just type in technology would just be another keyword, but that could open up all kinds of doors just to think in different ways. Were there any specific positions that you have been looking for already?
No, I've looked through. I've seen a lot of like programming and that sort of thing. I'm looking for mostly entry level jobs because.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned something else that you could use as a keyword, programming. So if you type in technology, programming has 2 different keywords that can show up with some more options for you as well. But it's mostly, I would say, get familiar with different, like Sharon had talked about the website, what to do with this major. They'll list a whole bunch of different careers. So you can use that as kind of like your cheat sheet to look for different types of jobs to see what's in your industry. But another great way to look too is through keywords.
All right.
Okay, hopefully that was helpful. And if you need any support with your resume or a cover letter, if you decide to apply for any positions, because we know a lot of you are going to be applying for summer jobs and internships. Some of you are even graduating. So do reach out to our department if you need support there. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. Okay. And anyone else in terms of studies or any other keywords to look up?
I would just plug for anybody listening now or later on the recorded version is to have somebody in our office review your resume before you upload it, because there's a lot of competition for jobs right now, especially due with COVID, and you want to make sure that not only what Danielle said is that your resume is tailored for each and every job that you apply to, but I know if we like looking at the same paper again, like there might be a misspelled word, there might be something there that because you've seen it so many times, you're used to seeing it and you just don't catch that possible mistake. And so this is something that our office does is you can schedule an appointment or there's resume workshops. You can find the list of the schedule on our website. And just, it's a free service. And for those of you who are listening or about to graduate, I mean, we still help alumni services, but just know, if you were not a CCRI alumni or student, this could cost you big bucks to have somebody write and review your resume. So take advantage of our services.
Yeah, great tip, Sharon. Thank you. Absolutely. Please take advantage of us because sometimes a second pair of eyes is all you need. Because I know in the past, a long time ago, I sent out a resume or 2 with some errors in it. And looking back, I wish I would have had someone else take a a second look at it. So don't be afraid to connect with us. We love doing this. This is what we do, and we're all very passionate about our work in our department. And most of us here pretty much all of us at CCRI, I've been a student in the past and had great experience. So please utilize us as staff members. We're here to support you. And then one last thing we wanted to mention as well is our upcoming virtual job fair. It's on Wednesday, April 14th. It is hosted through Handshake, so you'll be already ahead of the game if you've already created your account. Many of you have already received an email from us. All of you should have, all of you who are students. It would have come on the 23rd of this week. So please check your email. Also search your junk email just in case things end up there sometimes. But please keep your eye out. You'll see within the email, there's a registration link. So click on that. It will ask you to, if you're not already signed into Handshake, it will ask you to sign in. And then if you don't have an account, that's when you would choose the option to sign up. To go through that process, you may have to confirm your email just to create the actual account. And then if you have any questions with registering or adding in sessions, because we want to encourage you to register as well as add employer sessions, because even registering for the fair will allow you to be a part of it, but it won't allow you individually to meet with employers. So that's something that you have to set up by choosing specific times that you'll be able to meet with specific employers. So if you have any questions about that, we do have virtual workshops. And I would say our next workshop, I have it up here, is March 30th and April 1st. So please do attend our workshops if you have any questions about attending the fair. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you there. Again, it's from 1 to 4 in the afternoon. In terms of if you have any questions, I'll provide our contact information at the end. But know that so far we have about 59 employers who are all signed up, and many students are starting to register as well. So we hope to see you there. And again, it's a fair for students from all different backgrounds and majors, and it's for alumni as well. And then last but not least, you can connect with our team at at career services at ccri.edu. You can also book an appointment with us on Starfish. Check out our website, of course, to learn about any more of our services that you may have questions about. And then, of course, connect with us on Instagram. It's a brand new page, and we're sharing information about the job fair there as well in terms of updates. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharon and Danielle, for presenting that to us today. And if I could just have the screen back from, thank you. Welcome. And we just have here again, like Danielle said, we have a little plug for the virtual job fair as well. You can go just to ccri.edu and search for career services or for job fair or for Handshake. You can also find a link to career services and information about Handshake through our Pathdays web pages, which is ccri.edu/pathways/pathdays. And as part of our on-demand video library, we do have links to a video on how to use Handshake and a video or a link to career services web pages as well. So I encourage you, we have a few more sessions left today for STEM and business. And then we also have 2 more Path Days coming up, one next Wednesday for education, government, and human services, and our environment and sustainability paths. And then on April 8th for health and health administration. So thank you again, Danielle and Sharon, for being with us today, and Antoinette for those great questions and for joining us. And we'll see you all later. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too.